story time with Adam Cole that day. He'll take a chance. Put the goal.
Hello everyone and welcome to the HMG Rampage Uncaged show right here on channelattitude.com. I'm your host Jimmy T, and my co-host, he's back every week. He's back when I need him. He's always around and he's just a phone call away. He is the evil Exodus primed. Dose. Welcome back, Jeff. What's going on, man?
You know it ain't fun unless the homies are getting some.
That's true. Heck, why I've got the song. And when I talk about that, I'm talking about the very first matchup. Because, boy, it ain't no fun if Moxie don't have any blood, dude. I mean, I'm not going to just jump straight into it, but I just want to say, boy, was that blown out of proportion, Jeff.
It was a little bit blown out of proportion, but you know, there was a lot of bleeding going on, and I don't know. It was like a pretty crazy match, but for TV, for nothing. There's no title on the line. I mean, honestly, I think Sammy Guevara should have won that match, but I'm not going to jump too much into it. But
he dominated, dude. He pretty much dominated the match. He made himself too, at least. I'll give him that. When
you hit a paradigm shift, or like the Death Driver, and then you do a 450 shooting star splash from the top rope, and there's not a title on the line, the guy doesn't need to kick out.
It is what it is. AEW, ladies and gentlemen. AEW. But in other fucking stupidity, we had Botchamania this week is going to have a hell of a show, Jeff. I'm telling you now, because there was a few things to pick from. We had the not so half ear, and I thought, you know, when Sammy Guevara had that supposedly piece of meat in his mouth, or I believe it was his earring, but I could still see his earring in his ear. But anyway, I don't know what the hell it was. That was disgusting, though, dude. When he kissed,
it was disgusting, and it happened during the commercial. So what the hell? This
even the stupidity.
This
again,
taped on Wednesday. If you're gonna do it, at least show us.
It was done strategically, Jeff. That was actually done strategically, so they can get away with having that on television for sure, dude.
I mean, okay, but the aftermath of the blood still isn't. I mean, there's a pretty good chance that's making someone at Discovery Warner Brothers unhappy. But I don't know. I think Tony's a little self-destructive. I think he's like, well, if they can't let me do things my way, they're gonna have to kick me off.
If I'm gonna kill it, I'm gonna inject poison.
You don't screw me, I screw me.
Yeah. And in TK's case,
because I got more money than Jim Crockett.
He does, but in his case, he's actually telling the truth, because he actually does screw himself. Because I don't think he screws anything. Not boys, not girls.
Oh, well, yeah, that too. Yeah, no,
I'm serious.
You're right. And what does he screw himself with?
I don't know. That's a good question. Wardlow. I mean, because he's fucking screwed. And let me just say this. Samoa Joe made him look like a fucking idiot with that promo. I'm saying, and even Wardlow knew it. Did you see when he went up on the turnbuckle, you know, at the end? He was like this.
Yeah, this is the problem, and you know, a lot of people, me, by a lot of people I mean me, compare Wardlow to Cross, and everyone said that
I can see that. I can totally agree with that.
And a lot of people said that Karrion Kross lost all of his cool when Adam Cole destroyed him in a promo in NXT, and I can't say that they're not wrong.
Some truth to it, exactly.
And this is the mistake we talked about when they first put Wardlow together, because we said this is terrible. First of all, Wardlow shouldn't be in a tag team. Secondly, they killed his momentum once with MJF, maybe by accident, but it was a tactical mistake, but that was fog of war.
It was probably by accident, but it doesn't matter. It's still not good enough.
They did him no favors after that. also assumed that they thought what they were doing with Mark Sterling and the 20 security guards was a good idea. But then to have the whole Wardlow thing with Samoa Joe, all people were going to do was chant Joe. That's all they did. And then when Joe turned on them, they're still cheering for Joe and chanting Joe was going to kill you. It was a mistake. Nobody overshadows Samoa Joe now. It's like putting someone in a tag team with Seth Rollins. No matter how vicious he is, they're still going to go.
Exactly. It's true. Whether you love him or hate him, the guy's fucking gotten himself over because of how bizarre he's become.
Right. And also just because he's sort of at that point where he's like a legend and
respected, right?
That's that point. Samoa Joe's a legend. He's an indie legend, and now he's a mainstream wrestling fan, whatever that counts.
Kind of mainstream,
right.
Sort of.
Right. And now
he's more of an indie legend, really, because he's still a bit nichey.
Well, but that's the thing. Like in AEW, he sort of has his feet a little bit in both worlds at the same time, so it doesn't matter.
Definitely. It's like one of those things. If you know, you know. You got to be a fan of professional wrestling. Put it that way.
But that's what I mean. The salvation is on the way Wednesday because we're going to get the next chapter in the Book of Hobbs. So I can hardly wait.
Oh God! I saw that,
he's been in Oakland the last eight weeks, roaming the streets.
Shit! I thought my walk was long, but damn it, this guy must be a machine because
great cardio.
Dude, I don't know. I'm lost for words. How do you fuck up such potential? Not just with Hobbs, but Wardlow as well. Like, how?
Mooney doesn't have any interest in big men potential. He has interest in little guys potential because he's a little guy.
Now, look, I'm not trying to get freaky or anything, but just say he was gay, okay? Right? And he was getting harassed by the big guys in high school or some shit, right? Mm-hmm. Just say, by the jocks, right?
Listen, there's no chance of it because there's no school he went to that didn't involve all sorts of kids that were in
hypotheticals,
the same sort of 1%
Jeff.
class.
Just it's a hypothetical.
They were all 1%ers in his class.
Whatever the case,
he's not bullied.
I'm not saying it's fact. I'm just saying hypothetically, right?
Yep.
If he did, wouldn't you want to? And he was gay. Wouldn't you want to fuck those motherfuckers? Literally. Do you get what I mean? Dominate them.
Well, you said literally. I feel like that's a trap.
Literally, no. Not you. I'm saying if you're TK and gay.
If I'm TK, I mean, no. I mean, I'd probably rather murder them. I don't know, or have them murdered. Like I'd probably want to like Bond villain them, like put them like
that's
the Joker.
Exactly where I was going.
Birthday cake and
right. That's what I was going. That's where I was going.
Like a pendulum is swinging above their heads.
You'd want to fuck them in every way possible, if you know what I mean.
Okay, you keep using fuck, and I feel like if I agree with you, you're going to say you want to fuck them.
No, I'm not like that, dude. I'm not trying to set you up. That's the truth. I'm being
you're right.
dead serious.